And I also want to have just more singing and acting roles in anime and games in general. I love voice acting. I love acting in general. Acting is it's so fun. I never got to do drama as a kid. I had to choose. I could have at most 2 electives. I had been in choir for a long time. I chose band. To be honest, the only reason why I joined band in the first place was because marching band got you out of PE. Because it's also like super duper physical. I didn't want to be in PE with all like the rest of the normies and stuff, so I joined marching band to get out of PE. If I could have, I would have also been in like drama. I would have also been in like maybe orchestra too, but alas. Can you guys guess what I played in band? Can you guess? Tuba, flute, clarinet, sousaphone, triangle. Okay, lots of woodwinds in here. Yes, I was a woodwind. No, I was actually not a clarinet player. I know so many clarinet players. Yes, I was a flute player. And I would still be playing flute right now if I had my flute, but as soon as I graduated high school, my parents were like, okay, we're giving this to your little cousin, and then my little cousin proceeded to never play flute.
Flashback.
And I'm so sad that I don't have it anymore because I would love to play with you, but I play flute with you too. Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Darn it, my parents hadn't like given away my flute to my cousin, who probably isn't even touching it anymore. Then I could do flute duets with you.
Yeah, I had a similar thing. I had to give it to one of my siblings who needed a flute, but they don't need it anymore, so I took it back.
At least I give it back. Thank goodness.
End of flashback.
Yeah, so I really want to buy a flute. So that's the thing. That was the thing. I wanted to play mellophone. Actually, for some reason, I wanted to play a mellophone. I don't remember why. But my best friend at the time, she was the band director's daughter, and she was like, Phoebe, you look like a flute player. You should play flute. And then everybody around me was like, yeah, you look like a flute player. You should play flute. And I was like, okay, I'll play flute. I'll play flute. I mean, I ended up loving it a lot. It took a little while to get a good embouchure. Unfortunately, I was taught the wrong way to finger a B flat. I was taught the alternate way, and that became my default. Being typecast for an instrument is wild, but I mean, obviously they were onto something because you guys all guessed correctly. You all guessed correctly. Yeah, I learned how to finger a B flat. Oh. That's what you do with instruments. There's a lot of them. Fingerings. And like a. Oh. Me when I get you guys, That's what you do! She is a Yuri fan. Stop! Moving on! This is a crazy one to follow that up with. I would like to become a Wholesome Games ambassador and/or host. I had actually reached out back in 2020 when the first Wholesome Games aired. I watched it. I fell in love with all these wholesome, cute indie games, and I used Wholesome Games as my guide for what to stream. So I had actually emailed the creator of Wholesome Games, Matt, and I was like, I would love to be a VTuber ambassador. As you can see, VTubers are getting more and more popular. I think it'd be fun if you had like a VTuber representative. It was decided that was not going to happen, but I would love, because I continue to want to promote indie games, especially like wholesome games. I would love to work with them in some way, shape, or form. I have so much of their merch from their charity merch drops every year. The very, very first vinyl I ever bought was the Wholesome Games like charity vinyl. So I have it, and I listen to it every now and then. It's got BGM on it from different indie games. Yeah. Mission fail on that front. That's your guys' fault. That's your fault. That's your fault. Just because if I'm wholesome, it doesn't mean you guys have to be. Be yourselves, guys. Be yourselves. Never change. Never change. I am a Hibike Euphonium enjoyer. Me and all my friends that were in band with me watched it when we were in high school.
Idol training! What am I doing to make sure I'm the best member of Densetsu.EXE that I can be for Min and Phoebe, and I want to do them proud, you know? So what am I doing for training? I'm training in enka with one of the biggest enka singers in Japan. Like, no cap, this is real. Which is kind of scary. He's very strict, but he's a very good teacher, and I'm trying really hard, so I'll keep doing my best. I'm learning to play shamisen. You might have seen the little shamisen in my background. Yeah, I'm learning to play shamisen. I'm not very good yet, but I can do like a 3-song medley. It sounds alright, you know. I think it depends on the day. If I'm really tired, then my teacher's like, yeah, come back again next week. So, but I'm doing my best. I'm training to be Mookie, but yeah, this is a big one. Someone guessed this on X already, but for a while, I've been training to be Mookie enough to lift Phoebe or Mint, or both of them. When we get 3D, I've been weight training for maybe like over a year now. I don't know exactly how long, but I've noticed like a real change in my arms. Like, they look very different now. It's interesting. It'd be really cool if I could lift those two. I think it'd be really funny. I think it would be very unique. Yes. Play the instruments! So it's not on this slide, but I'm learning to play shamisen. Yeah! My shamisen teacher is a really cool guy. He does his shamisen lessons in this, like... You know when you think of a typical old Japanese house with, like, the dolls and, like, the paper screens, the sliding doors? Like, think of the most Japanese house you can think of. That is what my shamisen teacher's house looks like. I go to his house and I'm like, this is crazy, bro. He's very, very, very cool. I like him. Shamisen is so sick. Thank you. Dumb question. Why are you interested? No, not a dumb question at all. You know, I love the UK too. Don't get me wrong. I love the UK and I love going back to the UK too. But there's just so many things I wanted to do in Japan. You know, like chica idol kind of stuff. But also, I wanted to do things that you can only do in Japan. Stuff like my enka lessons. That ain't happening in the UK. You know? I'm also learning more Japanese styles of dance, learning shamisen. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that, you know, you can only do in Japan. And right now, I'm really enjoying life here in Japan. It doesn't necessarily mean I'll be in Japan forever, you know. Maybe I'll be back in the UK at some point. Who knows? But for now, I am enjoying life in Japan. Yeah. Oh, your dreams lead to Japan. Exactly. I came to Japan to make my dreams come true, you know? And I hope that me and Densetsu.EXE together, we can work together and make our dreams come true together. I really hope so. I'm just so happy to be with those girls. You know, I know I keep saying it, but I truly feel like we've got something super special here, chat. And I hope that you feel so as well, because I love them. Yeah!